Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Quenisha. I am a wife, a mom, a chef, and a career coach, and I help millennials get higher paying positions in their corporate jobs and increasing their revenue. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing interview questions. A little happy interview dance. Okay. The question we're going to be covering today is, what are your salary expectations? What are your salary expectations? Nobody likes to talk about money. It is definitely a conversation that needs to be had. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you're going to respond to this question, because you're going to be asked, and the steps you need to take before you even begin to think about answering the question. Okay, we're going to cover all that today. Let's get started.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.
Okay, first things first. Check it off. We answer this question. Check it off. Okay, guys, don't be afraid to talk about money. People say money is the root of all evil, and maybe it is. But you're not going to make it if you don't have money. You need to be comfortable talking about money, talking about value. When an interviewer, recruiter, whatever, asks you, what are your salary expectations? First off, high, not low. When you give them a number that's low, it shows you have low confidence in yourself. Okay? If I want to go and purchase a Michael Kors bag, okay? And I don't purchase Michael Kors bags, so just put that out there. But if I did, now this is an assumption. I'm assuming a Michael Kors bag, and y'all comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm assuming a Michael Kors bag is roughly like a real legit. I walked into the Michael Kors store in the Galleria and bought a bag, just a basic bag. I would think it's about $250. Am I way off? I don't know, because I don't buy Michael Kors bags. But if I go into the Michael Kors store and I purchase a Michael Kors bag and I pay $250 for it, right? And then somebody on another day, another time tells me, oh girl, I got this Michael Kors bag. You want to buy it from me? I'll sell it to you for $75. That's a knockoff, baby. How do you get from $250 to $75? I'm good on that. Nothing wrong with knockoffs, because, you know, back in my high school days, I used to rock a good knockoff. But employers don't want a knockoff employee. They want the real thing, okay? So you're not going to give them a knockoff price. You are going to ask for your actual value. And the way you find the actual value is you do your research, okay? So whatever position you're applying for, you're going to find out how much a person with your skill set, your years of experience in that position gets paid, okay? Now, this is important. You're going to look for the pay range in your area, because different areas pay different amounts. I can look up a chef job in Houston, and it'll pay $75,000 a year. But then I'll look up a chef job in Orlando, and it might be $100,000 a year. So I'm not gonna go into my Houston interview and say $100,000. I'm gonna say 75. Well, I'll probably say 80, but to leave room to negotiate. But I'm not gonna say 100. You know what I mean? So find out how much people with your skill sets, your experience in your field, in that position are getting paid. And then you're going to figure out what number you want to ask for. You're always going to go high, because you can negotiate. Employers, recruiters expect for you to negotiate. You're going to leave room for negotiation. I say like a $5,000 difference in what you actually want to accept, so that when they talk you down, you good, because that's what you wanted anyway. And if they don't talk you down, you even better, because, oh shoot, I didn't know you was gonna give me the whole 75, sis. Okay, let's go out to eat, poo. Leave room to negotiate, but you definitely want to aim high, not low. I am releasing a new free group coaching program. In this program, I'm going to be walking you through the process of setting yourself up for success for your interviews, okay? So that you can get this higher paying position. We are going to go over resumes, job searching, making sure we're applying for the right job, career paths, what position should you be applying for, what skills do you have that you didn't even know you had, how to answer interview questions, how to make that resume pop. We're going through all of that for free in my new group coaching program. So click the link below to apply now that I've gotten that out of the way. Please do not apply for a position where you know the salary is not going to cut it. No. And you need to figure out if the salary is going to cut it. Okay? A lot of people don't do this, guys. And I used to be the same way until I got my wake-up call. If you are currently a cashier at Walmart and you make $12 an hour and you can't pay your rent, don't apply for a job that's $12 an hour. Do not. Don't apply for a job that's $13 an hour, because that $1 is not going to make you make that rent payment. That's not a big difference, okay? You work 40 hours a week. You get 80 hours on your paycheck. $1 difference is $1 additional an hour. That's $80 more on your paycheck. If you are always trying to make $100 extra, you don't need to apply. You don't need $80. You need $100. Okay? And you don't need $100. You actually need $200 because you have to have something left. Apply for what you need to apply for. Apply for the money that you actually need. Okay? Before anybody even asks us what are our salary expectations, we need to make sure we are applying for the jobs that can provide us with the salary that we actually need, guys. Don't. I used to be one of those people I just need a job. I don't care what it is. I'll never forget, guys. I accepted this position because it had a title, right? And I was like, man, I need this title to put on my resume so I can, pop. And the pay was cool. The pay was cool. But the job was 2 hours away. Okay? And the job was 2 hours away when gas was like $5 a gallon. Right? Remember that whole situation where people were like, baby, I ain't going. That's when I took the job that was 2 hours away, right? I didn't do any type of calculations. I just applied because it was more than what I was making at the time. I can't remember how much more. I have to do an actual calculation, but it was more than what I was making at the time. It was a salary position. Oh, child. So I was thinking, okay, it don't matter if I'm late or what, I'm still gonna get the same pay, so that's cool. Not considering the fact that, baby, you finna be doing overtime and you're not gonna get overtime pay. I didn't consider any of that, guys. I didn't consider how much. I drive an SUV. I drive a Chevrolet Traverse. I love my Traverse. It takes me about $60 to fill my Traverse up, and I'm in Houston, Texas. So I don't know how much gas is anywhere else, but it takes me about $60. Guys, I was gassing up on my way to work and on my way back. Baby, I will never forget my boss at the time. I got my first paycheck, and this was my first, good little money coming in, because I had always worked for little dollars. But I finally stepped it up, got myself together, fixed my resume, nailed those interview questions, and got me a higher paying position, right? And so I had talked to my supervisor about it because we were, she was pretty cool. So I talked to her about it, and she was excited for me. And I will never forget, y'all, that first payday, she asked me, so how was your check? Like, how did you feel? Because my checks was low, like, baby, low, $800, low. And so I was like, I said it was okay. She was like, oh. She didn't ask me anything else because, it's rude. But she was like, oh. But it was okay. Because the amount of money I made over what I was making before was gas. So I'm doing more work for the same amount of money I was making before, and I'm driving further. It's 2 hours there, 2 hours back. That's 4 hours of my life that I can't get back. Oh, y'all, my babies were missing me. It was a hot mess. So I said all that to say this. Before you even apply for the job, you need to find out how much money you need to make to survive. And I don't mean just survive. Survive and be good. You know what I mean? I'm going to make another video on how to create a budget based on how much you make and to find out how much you need to make when you're looking for that higher paying job. But you want to make enough to survive, but you want to make a little over that because you never know. Emergencies happen, things happen. You need savings, you need all this stuff, especially if you have kids. Girl, your kid might break an ankle, Lord forbid. Your kid might break out with a rash. They might, I don't want to say the COVID word, but they might get sick and have to miss school, and then you have to miss work, and you have, like, things happen. So you want to be able to put money to the side. You want to have a rainy day fund. So you need to incorporate all that in the salary expectation. Okay. So take what you make now. If you're check to check, take what you make now and figure out what you need difference. And actually, I have a spreadsheet. I'm going to attach it. I have a spreadsheet you guys can download where I put the calculations in already, and all you have to do is plug in how much you make, and it'll automatically calculate how much you need to contribute towards bills, towards wants, towards savings, towards debt. And I even have at the bottom a little debt calculator where you can plug in your credit card bills and stuff, and it'll, you know, it's like a thing, baby. It's a situation. Hello? I'm going to attach it in the description box so you guys can download that too, to help you out, because I'm always here. I want you to succeed. I'll also be having that in my group coaching program, so you have to join that too. But find out where you are now, where you need to be. Do your research to find out how much you should be getting paid and make your ask and be confident about it. This is literally life or death. Like, you die if you can't eat. You die if you can't eat. I need you to be able to eat. Okay, we eating at this table. Okay, so you need to have that confidence when you're putting your salary expectations out. And honestly, when you do the research and you do the comparisons and you find out how much you need and you see the skills you have and how much other people are getting paid that do the exact same thing you do, there should be nothing but confidence when you ask for it, because you know it's a fair ask. Okay, so salary expectations. What are your salary expectations? Aim high. Leave about a $5,000-ish negotiation space. Or if you want to do percentages, figure that out. Figure out what amount you don't want to go below. So you have your mark, right? You don't want to make less than this. And add about $5,000. That's how much you ask for. So your negotiation is going to be in here. If they give you this, it's okay, because that's how much you need to make it and be comfortable. But if they give you, then baby, cash at me $5, okay? So that is what I want you guys to know. When you are asked, what are your salary expectations? Figure it out first. Don't even apply to the job if it's not going to do the job, okay? Figure it out. Do your research, make your ask, and be confident, because you are asking for a fair number. You don't want to be like me, driving 4 hours a day and taking all that money and putting it in, giving it to Exxon. Like, that's not what we're doing. Okay? Subscribe, notification bell. I'll be releasing videos every Friday just like this, because I want you guys to be successful in your interviews. Until the next time, good luck on that interview, and I hope you get the job.
When it's been a few hours, when it felt like this.